Draymond Green finally broke his silence about the whole KD situation and calling him the B word and saying that they won before him, they could win without him. He essentially came out with a half-hearted apology. Never really. It wasn't even an apology. He just said he talked to KD. They moving forward, and it shouldn't really affect them going forward because they're a tough team. Well, they got blown out by Houston. Draymond Green had 0 points. They made a great effort to get KD the ball. Of course, we all know Steph Curry wasn't there. But the larger elephant in the room is something like that going to continue to make the Golden State Warriors not play well because there's friction between KD and Draymond Green? Well, last night it kind of reared its ugly head. Even after the game, Draymond Green was like, I apologize for it if it caused us to lose this game, but we're going to win a lot more championships. And we're gonna win the championship. We're gonna continue winning. We're gonna be first in the West or whatever the case is. And that part I do agree because they're sitting at 12-4. It's really early in the season. There's no really time to panic or anything like that. Steph's gonna come back within 5 to 7 games. Therefore, this is not a huge deal in the interim, but in the long run, some of the things that Draymond Green said to Kevin Durant are a big deal, and I feel kind of disappointed in Draymond Green in the fact that he didn't essentially own up to his mistake 100%. It was a half-hearted, we spoke, we'll get through it. And if you don't properly bury the hatchet on something, you won't get through it. It's going to rear its ugly head. It's going to come up again, and you're going to have an issue. And the issue is continuity, the joy that they play with, the glue. Because Draymond Green's a glue guy. So when you're a glue guy, when your glue is starting to go stale or it's not really sticking how it's supposed to, everything else falls apart. So he has to really understand his importance and really owning the entire thing. Well, now, here's the thing, though. Maybe he went to KD, he apologized to him wholeheartedly, and, they're good. But we just don't know that. So that could be another thing. But you just got to be really careful, especially from the reports from Chris Haynes. He said that and when you read the recording of the whole argument, they said that it wasn't necessarily Draymond Green calling him a bitch that really got on his nerves. It was the fact that he said, "Go ahead and leave. Leave now. We won without you." And it was just like, yeah, you won one championship without him. You also lost one championship without him. You forget that one as well. If KD was really wanted to be quick on his feet, he could have said, "Yeah, you lost one too." You remember that? So at the end of and that would really be a huge dig at Draymond Green because he potentially could have caught, and a lot of people won't admit this, but he essentially or potentially cost his team a whole NBA championship by missing a game, messing with their rotations. Then he comes back, he has a poor game 6. Game 7 was the only game he played really well in that series. Other than that, there was no other games that he really performed, and then he messed up the continuity back in 2016. KD could have easily snapped right back at him like that. So that just kind of shows you what kind of guy KD is. He's not that petty. He's petty, but he ain't that petty, or he didn't have it ready to go. He didn't have it locked and loaded like Draymond Green did. So that's why he got suspended, because he was like, go ahead and leave. Because KD's on a 1-year deal. Of course, he has the upcoming 1-year option. But bottom line, this boils down to one thing. Draymond Green has to understand his place and pecking order in the team. You're very important to the team, the defense, the energy, but don't get it messed up. You're not more important than the team. Phil Jackson had a book called Sacred Hoops. He said the strength of the wolf is the pack, and the strength of the pack is the wolf. You're not bigger. See what I'm saying? You're not bigger. Like the reason Draymond Green is able to do what he does and be the player that he is due to Durant, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. You put him in another organization or another system, he's not doing half of the things that he's doing. He's gonna still come with effort, still come with energy, but he's not gonna be all-star, this, that, and the third. That's just the bottom line. And Draymond has to get that through his head as well. I understand he wants the supermax. You can want the supermax. There's nothing wrong with wanting the supermax and trying to go out and get it. But to think that the Golden State Warriors would give you a supermax over KD is absolutely ridiculous. But I love their optimism, honestly speaking, because people are saying KD should have handled it this way, and they wish that he would have said this so it could be a non issue or whatever. But hey, don't put on KD. Draymond should have never said what he said. So to me, they're gonna be fine for this season. For upcoming seasons, I don't know. Kenny Smith made a really great point though. He said he's not leaving the Golden State Warriors if they win another championship. So if they run the table 3 in a row, what is the incentive to leave? Why not 4 in a row? You see what I'm saying? So if you continue your winning ways and you might get Boogie Cousins back and he might re-sign, maybe, and you restructure some things, or maybe he doesn't re-sign and you get another serviceable center. If you win multiple championships 3 in a row, why would you leave? So that's a really great point that he made. Charles Barkley was on the other end of the spectrum saying, well, because Kevin Durant is so sensitive, this is going to make him want to leave. But at the same time, Kobe and Shaq stayed together while they were winning. As soon as they started losing, i.e. the Pistons, it was 05 or 04 when they lost in the finals that year, that was a wrap. That's what ended it. If they had won a 4th straight championship, they would still be playing together. So that's just the bottom line, guys. Winning cures everything, and winning is a potpourri for some of the bad things that are occurring in your organization. For example, if the Warriors were 4-12 and Green was doing all this would be a 10 times more bigger story than what it is right now. Let me know what you think. Do you think that Draymond Green came correct in his approach to the entire situation, or do you feel that he still owes Kevin Durant, or he still owes the media, because he said he spoke with Kevin, he still owes the media a public apology for his antics, because to him, he's sorry for ruining your story. Did he ruin your story? Hoops Junction, where hoops meets hoopla. Like, comment, and subscribe.